welcome back to my channel. It's your host Chef Twiggy. Today we got a special treat. We're gonna make one of my favorite Mexican desserts, arroz con leche. All you need is a pot, sugar, cinnamon, some rice, cornstarch, some vanilla, and of course you need milk. So I already washed the rice. We're just gonna get some water, put it on the rice. Now I'm using 1 cup of rice, so I'm going to use 2 cups of water. We're going to get that going on a low heat, let that cook a little bit. Now while that's cooking, we're going to get the milk, we're going to get some sugar, the cinnamon, and we're going to incorporate it together. So when the rice is ready, we just pour it in, let that cook a little bit. Alright, now that we got our rice simmering, we're going to get our milk and our sugar. I'm using 1 cup of sugar. I'm going to use 2 cups of milk. We're just going to mix those together until the sugar dissolves. Alright, now that our sugar is dissolved, we're going to add to that cinnamon stick. Put that aside. So when our rice is done and the water's evaporated, we just add the milk. Should be good. So when making the rice, make sure you have it on a low heat. Not your lowest setting, but one above that. Whenever the water fully dissolves, there's no more bubbles, then we're going to add our milk to that. Alright, now that we got our rice cooking, in a separate bowl, we're going to get some cornstarch and some milk. So the reason we're using the cornstarch is, so when we add the milk to the arroz con leche, the cornstarch is going to thicken it up a little bit. So you just get a little bit of milk, a tablespoon of cornstarch, grab our handy dandy whisk, and whisk away. Make sure you get all the clumps fully dissolved, or else when you're eating the arroz con leche, you're going to have a little bit of cornstarch. That's never good. Alright, so when our cornstarch milk is ready, put that on the side. And we're building ourselves up, so when we do have the arroz con leche ready, everything is fully ready to just incorporate and mix. Alright, so now that our rice is fully cooked, keep the heat on low, and to that we're going to add our milk with the sugar and cinnamon that we mixed up earlier, and our milk that we mixed with the cornstarch. Now that everything's ready and in the pot, you just give it a nice stir. Break up the rice a little bit. And then we're going to put the lid back on. We're going to let that go until the milk's nearly evaporated. Now there's many versions of arroz con leche, but this is my mother's recipe. I grew up with it, so this is probably my favorite in my opinion. This is very similar to rice pudding. The only difference is rice pudding has jello in it, gelatin. This is more of a home style arroz con leche. You can always add more cinnamon, you could always add more sugar. But I think the minimalist ingredients makes it taste the best. Total cook time to make this is usually around 30-40 minutes depending on how much rice you use. Now when the milk is coming up to temp, we're going to grab our vanilla. Add about a tablespoon in there. Give that a nice stir. Oh man, I wish you guys could smell how good it smells in this kitchen. Alright, so when the vanilla is added, all you need to do is wait and you'll have your arroz con leche. Yep, so as you can see, after a few minutes, arroz con leche is done. Nice, thick, fluffy, everything you want in arroz con leche. Now let's plate it up, see how it looks while serving it. Alright, now that our arroz con leche is done, now we just gotta serve it. So get a bowl. Nice big healthy portion of it. You can eat this hot or cold. I think it's best when it's fresh. Right. Now to top it off, we just get a little bit of cinnamon. Get a spoon. Now when it's really fresh, it's really hot, so be careful. And there you have it, arroz con leche. Alright, now that we got our rice. Alright, now that we got our rice on the stove, we're gonna get our milk. We're gonna add 2 cups of sugar to Mom, it's like 2 cups of sugar.
Oh, okay. Wait for that.
So when making the rice, make sure that you have it on a low heat. Not your lowest setting, but one above that. Whenever the water fully dissolves, there's no more bubbles, then we're gonna add our milk to that. Now that everything's ready and in the bowl, now that everything's ready and in the pot, you just give it a nice stir. Yep, so as you can see, after a few minutes, arroz con leche is done. Nice, thick, fluffy, everything you want in arroz con leche. Now let's plate it up, see how it looks while serving it. Now to top it off, we just get a little bit of cinnamon.